Hello everybody and welcome to Mayor Life Simulator. You started in a dusty little town, a small shop, a few customers and little hope. This is the town and our shop is down there. We've actually got a petrol station. But your goals were higher. Move to Mayorica City and take over. Fight the gangs, get the support of the people, win the election. The city will be yours. And you do that by quite a few underhanded means. This is more GTA meets a simulator. We're not going to be like winning the election by putting our proposals forward and seeing what the people think. We kind of just take over it with guns and drug deals and that kind of stuff. But we start off in this dusty little town. First things first, we need to buy a bed for our home. So let's head inside and do just that. And I think we're going to go to work. So I have played through this a little bit already. I'm going to buy the... It doesn't really matter what bed you buy here, to be honest with you, because you only spend like one night in it. So I'm going to buy the cheapest one because I might as well. But just to show you what else is in here, we've got a bedside table here and all this sort of stuff. If I go, I think it's this way, you can fill your home up with different objects. So this gives you a bit of an idea of the stuff you can do in the full game. When you have more of a need for this sort of stuff, you will be able to buy all of these things and kit your home out how you desire. So this is basically what you spend all of your hard-earned money on. Go outside, because our package will be out here. So I have played through this. It's a bit of a limited demo, so it's probably just going to be the one episode. We're not going to have lots to do. You can place your bed anywhere. Again, it doesn't really matter because it's a demo. This is a kind of like the bedroom in here, but it's got a back door, which is kind of weird. You would have people, you know, if you ever want to leave out the back door, you'd have to go through somebody's bedroom. But to be honest with you, just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to place it there. But we do have other rooms down here as well. So that could be like an office, for example, maybe a bathroom. And I guess this would be the main bedroom with possibly an ensuite or walk-in wardrobe or something like that. Anyway, that's not our problem. We need to go down here and work at the gas station. So yeah, you start off here. We'll be in here for about 10 minutes or so. Then we go to the big city and I'll show you around there. This game does have sort of limited controller support. So you can play this with controller. You can move, you can fight, you can drive cars with the controller, but you can't do things like open the map or open your phone or anything like that. That is all mapped to keyboard only. So if you are playing with controller, you do need a keyboard around really to play the game. So I'm just playing keyboard and mouse rather than keep switching between the two. And the driving as well, when you do drive a car, it's all done on the stick. You can't use the triggers. So you can't use a trigger for accelerator and brake. You have to do everything just up and down on the stick, which is kind of weird. Right, here we are at the gas station. So if you are playing this for the first time, little tip, doesn't really matter what objects you put in here. So buy the most expensive stuff because you need to save up about 2.5 grand, and it'll take you a long time if all you're doing is buying, say, water, for example, because you can't sell it for much more. You can't sell anything for more than double its price. So you don't make much on water or any of these things, and they don't care what they buy. So buy a lot of these things because these are expensive. You can sell them for double. You'll make more money quicker. So I'm just going to buy a load of these lizard toys. I've only got $440, but we've got just enough to get that many. So we'll buy those. You set all of your prices from either the PC or from the shelf itself. On the shelf itself, you can put in whatever number you want, but it can't be more than double the value. On the PC, it's a bit more set in stone from that. It kind of goes through smaller amounts. Put that in there. Grab this box. It's a bit weird playing a simulator in third person. Took a bit of getting used to be honest, because nearly all of them are first person, aren't they? Right, so we've got all of those. Put this outside. You can also change the weather in this game. Let's just do that now before I get started, because it takes a while. So we're sunny at the moment. You can turn it to rain, or you can turn it to snow. So let's turn on the snow. As you can see, in a moment, the clouds will form from absolutely nowhere, because I am a weather god. And it will start snowing, and the snow will settle. It takes a few minutes for it to actually settle, but it does actually settle and become snowy. When you walk through and your footprints that you leave behind, they seem to stay there as well. You can see where you've been when you've been walking around. Right, let's set a price. So like I say, you can come here and set it, it can only be double for some reason. I don't know why, but it is limited. So you can only ever set this to, what would that be? That'd be 79, 78. You can only ever do that. You can't go any higher than that. Or you can come, because it wants us to do it on PC anyway. You can come through here and you can go to pricing. And then you can just click it up like this. But you can't actually change that individually. You can only move that by $1 at a time. So we can just whack this up because they don't mind paying full price for it. $79.98. Save. And we can open up now. And that's the way you're going to make most money in this game immediately. Punch the wall. I keep doing that. You'll see me do that a lot in this video because I keep clicking things to like turn them around, because you do that in a lot of games, like press click on it. So you click and he ends up punching everything, because that's actually punch in this game. You can't punch the people walking around, all the NPCs walking around, unless they are like a designated villain, let's say. So the random people walking towards us now, for example, I can't go and punch them in the face or give them a running kick. I can try, but you end up just going straight through them. So if we just run at this person here, you don't really do anything to them. They just sort of move out the way, don't care. Crazy petrol station owner comes and punches them in the back. They don't care. No problem. But we will make quite a bit of money in here, so they will clear all of this stuff out. I'll show you how the checkout works. Then I'm actually going to hire the employee, I think, because there's almost no point doing it. Sadly, it's kind of pointless. You'll see what I mean. So when the person comes along here, so they clear the shelves very quickly. The person comes along here, so you click on, I've done it again. You click on this, and then you have to click down here. This doesn't work on a numpad or on the number keys. You have to type this in with your mouse. So that is 159 and 96, and that is it. I've actually gone wrong here. How do you get out of that? There we go. 159, 96. And that's it. That's all you do. You don't actually scan anything or do anything. You just keep clicking down here, and whatever number you see, you kind of just put in. So I think that needs to be a bit more involved to be fun, because otherwise it's literally just copy the number you see, and that is it. So yeah, we're going to get the employee to come and do this, because I need to be outside doing fuel anyway, and I just don't see the point in doing that. It's not going to be very entertaining for the video, is it? So the people do wait for the fuel for quite a while, so we don't need to worry about those. But I can go to cashier. We're going to hire Benjamin. He'll turn up and work the cashier's desk for us. Go to the market. Let's buy more lizard toys. Got $539 on us, so we'll get 13 of them. Go and retrieve them, and then go and do some fuel. So you can see the snow has now settled quite a bit. So we are starting to leave footprints. And these footprints and like where you've been, the trail and stuff, that seems to stay for quite a while. I've not really seen it disappear. So you get, once you've been walking around a long time, you see it everywhere you've been recently, which is quite nice. It's quite a nice touch for this game. The rain is also quite similar in terms of the fact that it creates a lot of puddles and stuff like that. The only downside to the rain is it always seems to be stormy, at least it does when I've ever put it on. There always seems to be lots of thunder and lightning that's reasonably loud, so I thought I'm not going to bother with that for the video. We'll just stick with some snow, I think, or sunny weather. Right, let's go and do some fuel. So this is a bit finicky, is the word. You also don't need to buy fuel in. So all of our fuel just appears. So all of it is free, so you make a killing doing fuel. But you press E here, you come over to find where it needs to go. Now, you see, what you do here is you click on it to put it in, but unless you hit the right spot, which hopefully we will, there we go. If you hit the right spot and it comes up on screen, that allows you to do it. There we go. Missed it again. So this is very finicky. This needs work. It's not too bad when you get used to it, but it's, yeah, not great. And all you do is hold it. He never puts the nozzle in. He just pours it all over the floor. The person goes, oh, that's good enough for me, and drives away. Unfortunately, the cars don't leave anything in the snow. You can stretch this pretty far, but it does actually do 2. I've just let go of it there. You can actually stretch it for 2, but each one has its own. Yeah, you just fill it. Press E, drop it, move on to the next. You don't need to pick which fuel. They all come for diesel because that's all we sell. And you don't take any money from them either. They just auto-pay. The money just automatically goes up as soon as it gets to 100% of the drive away. You get automatic money. So I don't even set prices for fuel. It's all just done for you. So there are a few things that I'd like to be different, but this is an early demo. Maybe that sort of stuff will come in. And I don't know, really, to be honest with you, how much of this you're actually going to do when you get later into the game. Because the most of the game is kind of, it's like a GTA simulator. So you don't really work too much in GTA. So I can't imagine you're going to do so in this one either. But we'll see. Let's buy some more lizard toys. I don't know if this will get balanced at some point. Presumably it will. Because at the moment, just rinsing everybody with lizard toys is the way forward. There's no reason to sell the water or whatever else you can sell. I think just energy drinks, potato chips, that kind of stuff. That's basically all you have anyway. But there's no reason to sell any of them. Because they'll just buy whatever you've got. They have no preference to anything. And they'll happily pay double price on these. Right, what are we? 5 o'clock? Nearly. So I think they might sell out, to be honest. People come in and they are pretty greedy. They do buy like 5 or 6 items. So I think we'll probably sell out of those before the end. 3 more customers coming. Serve this guy. I think the Audi is the worst fuel tank to hit. Come on. Where is it? Yeah, the Audi is the worst one. There we go. See, on the previous Audi, I had my cursor over the fuel tank itself, didn't I? Over the where we put the nozzle. Now I've got it on nearly at the roof. Right, that's you served. Right, let's go and see, because I bet they... You see what I mean? Clearing us. Clearing us. I think she's only going to get the one. Any more customers coming? There should be. It's getting very dark outside now. I don't know if I went to sunny. I don't know if it would go light or if it is just nighttime now. I think it probably is just nighttime. One of the easier cars to fill up. Thank you very much, sir. Right, should we buy some more of those? We might as well. I don't think we'll sell out before the end of the day, but we might as well buy some more. Can also get some more in the morning. So after day 2, we'll have saved enough money to move on from here. So we'll only do one more day here anyway. We'll just fill these shelves. Sorry. It's very awkward doing this. He's also got a weird bit of a slide to him as well. It's a bit weird when he walks, particularly with a box. You see how he walks with this box? He walks like this is the heaviest... Look at his posture. Look at his shoulders. He walks like this is the heaviest empty box ever known. And then he's freed up again. I'm not sure about the camera, whether I like it off his shoulder as well. It's a bit sort of GTA 4, isn't it? Where you're just off the guy's shoulder a little bit. I don't know if I prefer him a bit more central. He's a bit too far over. Got some more fuel to do. Oh, not another Audi. Pick it up, man. Pick it up. Ooh, found it. Although it's not letting me put it in. Why is it not letting me put this in? Ooh, nearly had it again. Yeah, so this is probably one of the worst things in the game, to be honest. Are we doing it? I think we're doing it. That's it. Pour it all over the door. Just where he wants it. If he winds the window down, he can have it inside. There we go. As you served. I might be able to stretch this one without putting it down. As I say, you can go over the spaces with the one nozzle. Let's try. Or nearly. I have done it before. I must have been quite lucky before, because it looks like it's only just long enough. But it must depend on the vehicle. But it did accept it. It was fine with it. Right, that's that bit done. Right, have we got any last customers? I don't think so. We're closed now anyway. Okay, let's go home then. Unfortunately, there's no street lighting down here, so you walk into this black abyss, and eventually your eyes adjust, and you can kind of see. There we go. Our eyes have now adjusted. We can kind of see. So to begin with, you do have to go everywhere on foot. It will give us a car later. But I don't think there's any other way of traveling. Right, let's head to bed. Missed my steps. Head to bed. Do we have it sunnier for tomorrow? Let's just change the weather, shall we? Let's have it sunny. Right. No, I don't want to move it. I want to sleep. Stop punching things. How do we sleep here? Do I have to have this in a bedroom? Oh, there we go. Okay, then. So it now says design your home, which is kind of weird. It's a weird mission. It says design your home, and then you walk outside, and then it goes. So it did this to me before as well, and now we have to go and talk to Arthur. So I have no idea what it means by design your home. I guess it just means you can spend money and fill it, but there really isn't any point at this point in the game. In the full game, sure, but in this demo, there's no need to fill that with stuff. All irrelevant. We do need to go and talk to Arthur, though. Now, Arthur has an interesting accent. It really doesn't seem to fit his character. So Arthur is kind of like... you see the snow's melting? So I obviously turn the snow off. We've got a sunny day now. So the snow melts gradually as you go through the day. And look at this. Even when it melts, it leaves puddles behind. There are a lot of games that don't do that sort of thing. That is quite impressive, to be honest. Most games, the snow doesn't even really do anything. It's just like painted over the floor. And it certainly doesn't melt and leave puddles behind like it was in real life, does it? But it does in this game, so I quite like that. But yeah, Arthur doesn't sound as you would expect. So here we are at Arthur's place. He's a Bloodricker gang member, right? Remember that. He is a gang member. A Bloodricker gang member, nonetheless. So pretty violent, pretty solid. Listen to Arthur and see if his accent matches who you think a Bloodricker gang member should sound like.
Wow, wow, wow. Here comes the future president of Mayorica. You need a little more money to get there? Go fill up your wallet a little? Then let's talk again. Don't worry. I'm arranging everything for you to set foot in Mayorica. Get ready, President. We're hitting the road soon.
You see, that accent to me does not scream Bloodricker gang member, does it? I mean, he was listening to like hip-hop in the background. It just didn't fit for me. It sounded like he should be an auctioneer wearing a 10-gallon hat. It just doesn't... I don't know. That didn't fit for me. That was a bit weird, a bit jarring. It took me out of the experience. But Arthur and his unusual accent, we will revisit him later when we have $2,750, which we should be able to do pretty much by lunchtime because we are rinsing the cash on our lizard toys. Okay, so here we are back at the gas station then. Let's buy some more lizard toys. We don't need that many more, I don't think. Because as soon as we get to the right amount of money, I'm out of here. I don't care anymore. So I'm going to just... we'll get the full 15. We'll get the full 15 and make sure. But I don't think we'll need them all necessarily. We'll see. Because we also have fuel, of course, that we're selling. Put some on the shelves over here as well. Now, if you're wondering why some items might land in the red zone and some in the yellow, absolutely no idea. I thought originally it was like splitting my water and potato chips because I thought, oh, maybe water's here. But no, they were split as well. We've got two different coloured zones and I don't know why. Never been explained. Let's open up. Ready for a big day? He sure is. He sure is. Right, let me just go back to the PC a second because I can So obviously we had these other items as well. So like I say, there's no point selling anything else at this point in the game. So just sell any of these. But you can sell all of these things as well. Hopefully the economy in the game will be revamped a little bit. And then if there's a reason to sell these things, other than for visual reasons. But at the moment, there isn't. But that's all the items that are currently in the game. At least for selling in shops. Right. Customers? Where are my customers? They all spawn over there. Everybody comes from over here. You see that guy pop in there? They'll come from over here. I don't think... Can we drive these? Probably not. Not tried. Be highly unlikely. Yeah, we can't drive these. Even though they must be supplying us. Alright, we've got a fuel customer. Where can I put my nozzle, sir? I think it's in. Did I get it in? No, I slipped out. Can I get it in? Nope. This is the worst thing. I don't know why this is so difficult. There we go. We're in. I can't see what we're doing, but we're in. There we go. Bye. Right, we can now get our ticket. We've got enough cash. We can get the ticket now. So I'm just going to do this car, and then we're going to go and get our ticket, because there's no point sticking around here any longer than we need to. So we'll say goodbye to Benjamin. He's about sold out anyway. The shop is yours now, Benjamin. Enjoy. Bye. He's like, what? You only employed me yesterday. What's going on? Now the boss is just running away, leaving him to do whatever. I mean, to be honest with you, what a great gift. We made 3 grand, basically, in 2 days. I've just given him a fantastic present there.
Dude, I see you've got your money together. You're ready to go to Mayorica? Hop in the car and they'll take you straight there. I've got a few surprises waiting for you there. Come on, President. Let's hit the road.
All right, let's hit the road.
Wow, man, you're finally in Mayorica. You're gonna love it here. I rented you a house so you can use it however you want. But wait, the real surprise is coming now. There's an amazing car waiting for you in the garage. Explore the whole city and enjoy yourself. Oh, and don't forget, don't hit any police officers or commit any crimes. I don't want you to get arrested. We'll see each other again soon, man.
All right, goodbye, Arthur. So, this is then Mayorica, or however you're supposed to say it, but this is it. So this is the big city. I'll show you the map for this. So there is a lot of stuff here. A lot of it, unfortunately, is coming soon. Whenever you go to a doorway, it just says coming soon, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it looks like you can go here and get your hair cut, for example. It looks like we can go and get married, visit the butcher, because I assume at some point we will need to eat, because there is a supermarket, there is a butcher. There is as well, I think a baker is down here as well. So I think we probably need to eat, or these are shops we could take over. I'm not sure, but they are here, but you can't really do much with them. We'll have a look at them in a moment. We've got park over here as well, fun fair. It's where our car is kept. They call it a garage. It's actually a car park. It's just left in a car park. We'll head over there in a minute. We've got the president's office, which was just nothing there. Who wants to be a millionaire? I don't know what that is. It's just coming soon. We've also got the furniture shop over here. We've got a house over here, presumably we can buy. And these are the different gangs. So these are the people we can go and fight and take over their territory, I guess, to sway things in our favor to take over this city. And presumably at some point there will be like mission markers and stuff like that for people. So you walk around and do missions a bit like, say, in GTA. I don't know that for sure, but kind of get the feeling just looking at this map that's where they're heading with it. For starters, though, let's get inside and have a look at our swanky new pad. Look at this. And how sweet. Look at this. When I first came in here, I wasn't even sure there was a window. I thought, was that just a drop to the outside? But no, there is a window. You can just about see it if you look in the right direction, like there, for example. But yeah, this is our swanky pad. I mean, the view is, it's not bad. Almost put my knee through the glass there. We've got the power station over there. Who doesn't like looking at a nice power station out of your penthouse suite? But it's not too bad. The one thing it's lacking, a kitchen. So we've got nowhere to cook, and a bathroom. So we can't clean ourselves. And if we need the toilet, I guess you just, well, you can't even crack a window open and use that, can you? You can't even stand here and just use the street below. So I don't really know what we do there. But this is our place to live. Presumably we can kit that out in future. For example, with different things. Because as we know from before, you can indeed buy toilets and bathrooms. Presumably there is a need for that as well coming. Because at the moment there's a health bar, the time, your money, and the day. That's all there is. There's no other things. But with so many, like, you know, things in the game, like food and toilets and stuff like that to use, presumably it will be needed. I don't know. There's the art gallery over here, which presumably we can buy art for our place where we live. Although there's actually nothing in here at the moment, but presumably you come in here and you can buy fine art or maybe deal in it, so you could sell it maybe, or steal it. I would say steal it makes more sense for this game. So maybe we can go there and do a heist or something. We have the fun fair and the park just here. Which I think is closed at the moment. There's nothing going on just here. Just a shell sort of thing. It's just there for decoration. Whether that ever will be used, I don't know. Maybe it will. It feels like, to be honest with you, the demo feels like it's come a bit early. Like, I mean, obviously they've done a lot in the map and they've put all this stuff together, but it feels like it'd be better if it was a bit more lived in and there was more stuff going on before you do a demo. Here is our car, not the police car. It is the other side. Look at this. Look what car we have. Look at this. So this is your first car. Enjoy the city. I would like to remind you of a few things. Your vehicles are always parked automatically here. When you hit the police, they start chasing you, so don't get caught. Now, I have shot at the police. I've not hit them, but I shot at them, and they didn't chase me. So we'll see if that changes in this playthrough that I'm doing, because I've also found that with a few of the bad guys as well. You shoot them, and they do nothing. Just absorb the bullets. We'll go and pick our first gun up from around the corner. So you can do this on a controller, so it will be a bit smoother. Right, here we are then at the gun shop. So this is like ammunition, I guess, from GTA. So here's like all the guns you can get in the game, I guess. And there's a shooting range in here. Looks like there might well be, but you can't actually go in there. In here, though, is some guns that have been given to us. So we can fill that up. Get some frag grenades as well. So they're all in the top right corner. If you press the 2 key, he puts his gun on the back. And if you press, I think it's that again, you can go to this. So you can. It looks like you can carry 3 weapons and unarmed. So if you just press 2, that's how you get to that. So I'll put that away for now. We don't have that out. Now, I have noticed something. If you get in the car, sometimes it leaves your scope behind. Let's just see if I can actually get in the car. It's done it again, look. It leaves the scope behind. So we've got a rifle, but it leaves the scope behind. You've still got it when you get to the other, wherever you're heading to. But whenever you get in a car, it leaves the scope just floating in the air for some reason. All right, before we head over to the gang to deal with them, let's just have a drive this way, because the butcher's is this way, the supermarket, that kind of thing. So I'll just show you those as we're passing. Because I don't think there's really anything you can do with them at the moment. Or if you can, it's not been sort of said, and it doesn't feel that way. So let's just get out and come in here. So whether these are businesses we can take over, or you just come here for food, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this is where you bring people you've gotten rid of, and they just generally get rid of them with all the other meat. I don't know. Let's find out. So it just says coming soon. And this is a problem really with where the game's at the moment. So you do all that beginning part, which is fine. You come to the city and everything here is coming soon. So, which, yeah, it is a demo, but it'd be nice if a few more of these things were active before the demo release, I would say. Because it is the same in the supermarket. I've been there already. It's the same here it's the same in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So I assume it's the same everywhere. So the only thing we can really do is fight the gangs. So we'll just do a little bit of that to finish. I will swing by the supermarket so you can see it. And as we drive along, we'll head down here. That's where we're going. I think the supermarket's the next one or something, isn't it? There's not too much traffic in the game at the moment. There are a few cars going around. I don't know if you can steal them. I've not actually tried. I would assume probably not. So there's the marriage place. So you go there and get married. What benefit in the game that has, I don't know, but we can go there and get married. There's an electrical store just here as well, which looks like it's not open yet. I think the supermarket is around here somewhere. There it is. We've got the supermarket just here. There's a guy outside guarding the place. But again, you can't do anything here at the moment. It's just a complete thing to look at, really. It's just, I don't know. I assume we can, I would think we can own this and you can use this a bit like we just had at the gas station. You can own this and make money at it, because at the moment it's just a shell, really. So whether, I don't know, maybe you come here, maybe you do buy things, but I think this might be somewhere we could purchase and run to earn money, because that would make more sense. But who knows? Maybe it is just somewhere we need to come and buy laundry detergent and food and stuff, because maybe all that stuff will come into the game. Because you can buy a washing machine. Maybe you do have to keep your clothes clean. I've left my scope again, just floating there in the air. Right, let's go. Let's go and fight the gangs then, because I think that's basically all we can do now. So there's not much point just roaming around looking at empty buildings or buildings that aren't in use yet. There's a car on its side. We're in a rough neighborhood now. They roll cars around here. I don't know what the sat-nav is doing, by the way. There's all sorts of lines going on there. The place we're going is just here. So I'm really not sure what's going on with that. Did I click on it in the wrong spot or something? I mean, it should be taking us here. But it wants to do some crazy thing to get here, even though I'm already here. So I'm just going to get out the car and we'll ignore that. There we go. We're free. Right, let me get my gun out. Go and take on some bad guys. So they are... If you stand in the open, they're pretty good. They will kill you. But if you don't stand in the open, they're pretty terrible. So that's the worst timing. How bad for timing is that? That's kind of just saying end of the demo, basically. Wishlist it. But yeah, they're pretty bad. They don't like... I've just shot that guy there. And you would think that that would mean, oh, well, that guy's been shot. Let's go and see what's happened to our friend. No, that's not the case. They will just pick them off with headshots. But if you do get into like a gunfight with them, like this guy, for example, they can be pretty good, because if there are about 3 or 4 of those come and do that together, they will kill you. So I have died a couple of times doing this. But generally, yeah, they're not the smartest. You can throw grenades, as we have got some, but you can't throw them that far. Let's just try and throw one for this guy. There we go. We've got a terrible throwing arm, but as long as you're close enough, it's not too bad. I don't know how to reload, so you just have to kind of expend all your bullets. And then he'll do it automatically. I think we've cleared this place. We have indeed. Yeah, so that's kind of it, really. I like this. I like the game. I think it's a bit early. I'll be interested to see where it goes. I like the idea, though. I mean, there's a good map here. There's a lot of stuff that looks like we'll be able to do some cool stuff. I think some of the stuff needs tweaking here and there, like the fuel, for example. Obviously, the enemies could do with tweaking as well, but that's fine. I mean, you often find that in games, particularly this early on, so that can be tweaked. But yeah, so like serving... The petrol station could be changed, I think. Who's that guy over there? What's this guy want? Coming soon. Coming soon. So everybody's coming soon. I think that's what it just needs, really, is we need to see a bit more, don't we? Everything's just coming soon. But yeah, I like the idea. There is a good idea here. I think it just needs a bit more polish, well, a lot more polish, and just some more work to get it all up to scratch. Now, I will keep an eye on this. I think there is something here, but at the moment, I'm not sure it's really ready. There is another gang down here. Oh, can we fight these ones? I think we can. I had a couple of goes before making the video. So the green one's here. He just stands outside the nightclub. You can't do anything with this gang member. He just stands there. So I'm guessing that's the nightclub for the city, and they own that right now. Maybe we can buy that at some stage. But at the moment, he doesn't seem to do anything. Can't interact with him at all. All right, let's go and take these gang members out because we can fight these. Unfortunately, I have noticed this with this wall. Some of your bullets do ricochet off it. Some of the hit points. The hitboxes are a little bit tall on some of it. Get down, get down. You see when they get on you like that, it's pretty difficult to do. That's why I just wanted to try and show you there. Like if they get a lot on you, they are quite difficult to stop. But if you shoot them from far away, they're useless. So just shoot them from far away. Just plan your way in strategically. You'll be absolutely fine. Unfortunately, though, it spawns you the other side of the map. And the only way to get back to it is to run 700 meters. And I don't really think we need to do that because we've already seen the gangs in action. So I think that's all the game has to offer for now. I could be wrong. There might be more, but it's not told me if there's any more. And I can't find anywhere to do anything else. So I think we're done. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave it a like, consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you for another video very soon.